Let me tell you about hard times when Paul Heyman whips out his paycheck for the first time, player.
Hard times is watching 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. And with that said, guys, welcome back to Folk Wrestling. We are here to relive hard times. We've just went through hard times. We just watched Raw. Now, the wee Irish guy, Paddy Kenny, or whatever he's called, he can say that we are on the road to WrestleMania, but it doesn't feel like a road to WrestleMania. It feels like a road to absolutely nowhere. It feels like a road to comatose, because watching this show, it's not enjoyable. Let's just go with that, right? It's not enjoyable. In fact, it's very painful. It's like watching a horror film, but
you're in it.
Without the good aspects of a horror film.
It's an interactive horror film.
Yeah. And every option you pick, you die. A painful death.
Like you're talking about the road to WrestleMania, it's like Princess Diana's last ride, isn't it? It's just not very good.
No.
It's just a one-way ticket to...
It's like you jump in a car thinking you're going somewhere good, and the next minute Taker turns around and goes, "Where to, Teddy?"
I wish Taker was on this show. Maybe it would have...
Same.
I mean, there was a few good things, but...
Unfortunately, there was no Taker. I tell you what, in terms of who was on this show, in terms of just personnel, it should have been better than it was, because there was quite a few big names on the show.
I'll say this, right? See if all the good stuff is in an hour show, which it could easily be done. It'd be an alright show. It would be like a 4 out of 10, a 3 out of 10. It sums up wrestling, but again, it's the
that just shows you how bad Raw is, though, that you think if you condense the best bits of this 3-hour show into a 1-hour show, and you're still only going to give it a 3 out of 10. For me, that just...
Anyway, though, we kick off with 2 Hall of Famers. It was a
one.
Well, Beth Phoenix is in it.
I don't care.
All right, one.
She's not in my Hall of Fame.
Maybe Edge just get 2 Hall of Fame.
Hall of Pain, as Mark Henry would say. She's in the Hall of Pain.
Do you not like Edge is running about? The crowd's going ballistic, and she's just standing there looking like a woman in Nazi Germany in World War II when they were told to beef up and have kids. That's pretty much what I got for this look like.
I can't imagine there was any women in World War II looking as masculine as Beth Phoenix. Like,
do you not remember Germany in World War II, mate? That was the whole gimmick they went for. Anyway, I digress.
What, they were walking about the streets looking like that?
Why?
Highly doubt it.
I learnt my history, mate. I'm not willing to get into a debate here.
They look like freak show bastards like Beth Phoenix does.
You'd be shocked. Anyway, I'll be shocked. This wasn't good for Edge.
She looks like the fucking guy that was pumping Dominic Mysterio in his cell. Just looks like a big butch.
That was the only good line Edge delivered here, but before we get there, Edge basically just talks about what happened, blah, blah, blah. He got battered, he came back at the Rumble, he's going to batter them. It's just... Oh, and then he puts all 3 of them over, then just says, and Dom. Because Dom's pish. Even though Dom's the best out the 4.
Yeah, Dom's like... Even though we don't want to admit it, like, Dom's like... He's grown on me.
Well, I'm willing to admit
I'll tell you what, it couldn't get worse. When he was with his daddy, it sucked big time.
Yep. So, Beth Phoenix grabs the mic. I mean, we're half asleep at this point now. We're dead, but threatening words.
She says she didn't come here to talk. Thank God for that.
Right, but Rhea Ripley in here because guess what? Promotional stuff for WrestleMania, right? And then it's a 3-on-1 attack on Edge. But Beth Phoenix said she's here to fight, not talk. So what's she doing?
You've just glossed over the fact that Edge slapped her ass on the way to the ring.
Am I supposed to care about that? Was that the fucking highlight of this segment?
No, but I thought it was weird.
Oh, this entire segment, this is what we need to talk about. It's his wife.
Yeah.
It's not like he did it to Lita. Then I maybe talk about it.
Yeah, I know, but it's like in wrestling, I can't sexualise the women. Well, why is Edge slapping her ass? And why are all the women big, butch, masculine-looking fucking freaks? Seriously, Beth Phoenix, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Raquel Rodriguez. I mean, you can go through the list. Like, why are women, Bianca Belair, why are they all big, masculine, muscle, roided up bitches? Like, where's the fucking feminine looking women?
I don't know. Where are they? Tell me where they are. Answers.
They must be in the kitchen or something, because they're certainly not on Monday Night Raw, that's for sure.
Are they in catering?
No Alexa Bliss tonight, by the way.
That's done.
But anyway,
that ship is sailed.
Beth Phoenix says she's not here to talk, she's here to fight. She offers a challenge to Judgment Day, says that Elimination Chamber is going to be Edge and Beth versus the team of Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. And then Finn said something funny, and it kind of Finn is in. That's what it's supposed to.
Fog is it.
I wouldn't say it was funny, but it rhymed, you know.
It was the delivery because of his wee potato munching voice.
But it was
Finn is
weird
in.
because it was a
Finn is
shite.
in.
It was a shite delivery. Like it wasn't great in terms of that was brilliant. It was like that was so bad it was kind of good. If you know what I mean, it was like that kind of. And anyway, Beth says she's here.
I wish I could describe the rest of his career like that. But
Beth says she's here to fight. The 3 members of the Judgment Day get in the ring. Dominic Mysterio decides that he's just going to leave the ring for no reason. Beth then leaves the ring to chase Dominic Mysterio, and then she proceeds to just stand on the outside and do absolutely nothing while Edge gets beat down 2-on-1. So, literally 10 seconds ago, she was in the ring, standing her ground, ready to fight. But now she's just standing there awkwardly while Edge is on the receiving end of a 2-on-1 beatdown by Balor and Priest. Then the Street Profits, for no reason whatsoever, come out to save Edge. Now, you could say that Dawkins is taking on Priest here, but I mean, really, is that a good enough reason for them to come out and make the save here? I don't think so. They make the save, and then when the Street Profits get in the ring, and when the Street Profits and Edge have the numbers advantage, that's when Beth gets back into the ring, just standing about like a spare part, proving that intergender wrestling just does not fucking work. And then it's left with Dominic Mysterio in the ring. He's backed into the Street Profits, he's backed into Edge, but then he backs into Beth Phoenix, and now all of a sudden, when Beth Phoenix is up against, the so-called weak member of the Judgment Day, that's when she can start beating up the men. She couldn't do anything when it was like face-to-face, but when she can attack a man from behind and he's not allowed to defend himself and he doesn't see it coming, that's when the women are allowed to shine brightly on Monday Night Raw, and she hits the Glam Slam on Dominic Mysterio. Supposed to be impressive. Didn't impress me, and then Edge is like freaking out. He's doing a wee stupid dance. He's hopping up and down and hugging his wife, and it's like, fuck me, Edge is retiring in 6 months. Can we not at least get 6 months of good Edge stuff? Instead, we have to see him run the boot with his pish wife that nobody likes. Bloody Beth Phoenix was a sidekick to Santino Marella, for God's sake. Why are we all pretending like she was a legend? Why are we all pretending she was this like awesome character back in the day? She wasn't. She was this big butch fucking woman that came into wrestling during the Diva era, and people were like, who's this freak? Why is this man-looking dude competing against Candice Michelle? That's what people were thinking. Didn't like her back then, don't like her now, and it's literally just a waste. If you want to team Edge up with someone, team him up with fucking Christian, or get Rita RKO back together, or better yet, Lita was on the same show as Edge. Have another live sex celebration. I mean, but I tell you what, see if it was a sex celebration between Edge and Beth, you'd think you're watching The Last of Us episode 3 again. No one wants to see that shit. It's like 2 bloody bros banging. Fuck that. Let's move on. I thought the Edge promo was really, really poor. I like Edge, I think he's great, but I wasn't digging the promo here. Literally kissing the ass of the Judgment Day, basically saying that he did his job because everyone in the Judgment Days got better, and just bland. Really bland.
But again, we're talking about episode 3 of The Last of Us. Edge said about Dominic getting screwed in prison. Then he referred to, that's funny, Dom, because you've been screwing over your dad recently. Has Dominic been pumping Red that we don't know about?
Obviously didn't mean it that way, like, man.
Fuck, I know, but come on. That's the thing. Rey Mysterio's not got many rumbles in him, right? And
we don't even get to see him?
Fucking, I don't know, man. That's just...
Why couldn't they have just had Dominic eliminate him?
Or attack him on the ramp? What? We didn't even see Ray.
Well, what if we had Dominic like
but he was at a NASCAR race getting
what if we had Dominic pretending to apologise? Like, I'm sorry, Dad, for everything I've done to you. Then they have a hug, then the next minute, over the top rope.
Good night.
Something like that would have been pretty cool, I think, but
I know it's even cooler though. Dominic Mysterio getting sent to the back because Adam Pearce came out. Again, why is Beth Phoenix booking this mixed tag match at the pay-per-view? What's Aaron Pearce doing? Hee-haw. But it's Priest against Angelo Dawkins. No one allowed at ringside. This match, I mean, Angelo Dawkins' attire just looks like he's running about in his boxers. Also,
Beth did say in her promo to Rhea Ripley, if you've got the stones, well, looking at both of them, I wouldn't be surprised if they both do.
I know. Got more stones than a Takeshi Castle challenge. Anyway, this match, I didn't like it.
No, I mean, well, what's there to like? I mean, it's Damian Priest versus the shit member, the Street Profits. The guy that nobody sees as a future world champion.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about in the preview, this guy had no chance of winning. One of the Street Profits was going to win, and it wouldn't be this guy.
Well, one of them was definitely going to lose. We came to that conclusion.
Nah, it was this guy every day of the week.
It was this guy 100%. I mean, this guy, if it was Montez, if he switched it about, I would say Elias beats this guy, and maybe Montez Ford beats Priest, or Priest could beat Montez Ford.
Yeah.
But this guy was never beaten. This guy wasn't beating anybody.
No. Only a matter of time for this team to split up.
It wouldn't be justified for this guy to beat anybody.
No.
And if you don't get that reference, then I don't blame you. Just a fact.
I just clocked on with the reference, wasn't
Right, anyway, let's move on. Damian Priest wins. Who cares?
Was it Dexter Lumis against Corbin up next, or was there a wee segment in between?
We got... What did we get next? We got...
Longhorn, JBL.
We got Austin Theory arriving.
In his Lamborghini.
Yeah, he arrives in a Lamborghini or whatever. And then we seen that Adam Pearce had signed Maximum Male Models to Raw. So they've jobbed out on SmackDown to everybody. Now they're coming over to job out to everyone on Raw. What happens when they job out to everyone on Raw? They're going to get moved to NXT?
Exactly. What is that? Is that what's going to happen next?
I mean, this Maximum Male Models is going nowhere. As soon as Max Dupree left, it was failed. I mean...
It was failed anyway with him, man.
True, it was a crap gimmick, but I mean, I don't know.
I mean, and then Chelsea Green appears, and see this whole Karen gimmick, right? Demanding this that only works if you were like a champion at one point. She's a fucking bum. She's Zack Ryder's wife. I don't even know if they're married. I don't care if they're married, man. Who cares? And Adam Pearce is a bum. Well, I'm going to call your man. Why is Adam Pearce even on the show?
You used the word bum twice there in about 5 seconds, and secondly, I actually don't mind this gimmick. It's better than anything else that's going on in the show. The show's garbage, and for you to nitpick at this, I think is... I don't understand it. I mean, you've actually got someone who's a character here, someone who's coming off as heelish and threatening to call the manager on the manager. I mean, for me, it's better than, oh, I'm here to fight and wrestle and all that shit. So.
I can't criticise it, because, the rest will rest. It's all fucking piss, regardless of what the gimmick is.
Alright, okay.
Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, but see, as soon as you think something's good, and I criticise it in the slightest way,
no, but don't,
you start fucking
But
great.
it was actually pretty funny, because she says that I was supposed to...
I was in tears. Oh, fuck, I remember. Oh, brilliant. It was.
Fair enough.
What, did you think it was good?
I did,
That's alright then. You got to give it a 10 out of 10.
Fuck up.
You spat the dummy?
No, I'm not spying any dummy. I just
Well, you told me to fuck up, so I'd say that spit
Yeah,
the
because you're
dummy.
talking shite, man. Just because I thought it was alright, then you say, are you going to give it a 10 out of 10?
Oh, well, you talking?
I thought it was alright.
Right, we move on. Dexter Lumis, Baron Corbin. JBL didn't think this was alright, did he? Down, 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 down. Where's this gimmick going?
What gimmick?
What's your fucking problem?
What gimmick?
What's gimmick?
What gimmick?
JBL, wrestling god, is he gone?
Well, obviously.
Well, is that him? He's not going to find another day modern wrestling god?
Well, why would he? He's already wasted his time with Baron Corbin.
Is Baron Corbin done? Is that can he be getting released soon? Would you be bothered with him getting released?
No.
I feel like this era of like these people who were like, mid-card or upper mid-card, like him, Elias, the past 5 years, it's time to go, even though he's been there more than that. Corbin's just went backwards. A few years ago when he was bum, Corbin, on Fox, it didn't seem as bad, but this gimmick, man, it's losing to Dexter Lumis. Look at the neck of this guy. This guy was alright when he first came in, then... Oh, he's a stalker, but actually turns out he's getting a briefcase full of money.
Losing to Dexter Lumis, like, that's the worst guy you could possibly lose to.
Well, it is. What was JBL in 2004 losing to people like Dexter Lumis?
Is Baron Corbin JBL?
Oh, well, he's the modern day JBL, apparently.
Fuck off, he's lost to worse people than bloody Dexter Lumis over the past couple of months.
Dexter Lumis is a bum. Who's Dexter Lumis beat then? In the past couple of months to warrant himself as a main eventer in your eyes?
Where the fuck did I say he was a main eventer?
So you take the bait every time.
No, you talk piss. No, you actually talk piss, man.
Anyway, I mean, JBL, I don't know if he was talking to you or Corbin, but he says you can't polish a turd, so is he talking to you?
No, I believe... believe it was Baron Corbin.
Anyway, he cuts ties, and I don't blame him. JBL's the man. You know what? This was the only good thing on the show to this point. JBL's wee promo on Baron Corbin. Thoughts on the match?
Garbage.
Not good. Didn't like it.
Not good. Didn't like it.
What was next? Big Bobby and Brock?
It was, yep.
Brock Lesnar, again. Why has this guy not been given a mic more frequently over the past 10 years? Because he's brilliant. He's the man.
I wouldn't go that far. Like, he's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, every time Brock speaks, there's something funny or iconic that gets turned into a meme. Honestly, it is.
Iconic?
For wrestling these days, yes. Okay. Literally every promo Brock cuts, there's like, it's meme-worthy.
Meme-worthy? Right, okay. I wouldn't go meme-worthy. I thought it was a pretty good promo. The whole Bobby Who stuff, and then the thing when he jumps into bed and 4 or 5 hours later he's thinking Bobby Lashley. I thought that was funny, like, but I wouldn't say it was the best promo of all time. I wouldn't say it was a great promo by any means. Was it better than what we've seen up to this point? Probably, but that's because what we've seen up to this point wasn't very good.
Bobby Who comes out. Bobby Who says, you know what, Brock? We've had our matches in the past. It's 1-1. I threw you at the Rumble, so why not go for a wee match at Elimination Chamber and you can think about me again and again. I didn't... Bobby Lashley turning his back on Brock Lesnar. Stupid move. It was just a wee bit forced.
Well, Bobby Lashley didn't actually ask for the match. It was Brock Lesnar that asked for it. And Bobby Lashley says he would think about it and give his contract to his manager.
His lawyer.
Well, he didn't mention who it was, like, to be honest, but whatever. I thought it was funny. Brock Lesnar's talking about he can't stop thinking about Bobby Lashley when in reality Brock Lesnar doesn't think about anything
other than the paycheck.
Yeah. As soon as Brock Lesnar leaves the building, WWE doesn't even exist to Brock Lesnar.
We can talk about the curtain, but see when Brock goes behind that curtain, so he beelines for that car and he's away hunting. See, it's sitting imagine Brock Lesnar actually sitting hunting on his deck, sniper rifle, and he's like,
he can't make the shot though because he's thinking about Bobby Who.
Can't believe he eliminated me, man, halfway through the Rumble. And you know what? He also said the Rumble pay-per-view sucked.
Wish he was correct. It did suck.
Oh, but Brock Lesnar's pish, isn't he? He's fucking brilliant. He literally just said live on Raw that the pay-per-view was
he didn't mean it that way. Like he basically meant the fact he got eliminated sucked. But...
Put it this way, I know he did, but I don't think many people would get away with that. He literally said, yeah, the Rumble sucked. And then 10 seconds later goes, oh yeah, because I got eliminated.
Right, okay. I get that, but that's not what he was going for.
He was spitting bars. Brock's a man.
Okay.
Well, was he not?
Alright, he was alright, fine. He was spitting bars.
Alright, mate. Next up, though, Fatal 4-Way match 4. Qualification for the women's #1 contendership inside the Elimination Chamber with a fat bastard. And has she been renamed to Mission?
No, her name's Piper Niven.
No. Carmella defeats Mission Candice LeRae.
Michin, for fuck's sake! And she's been called that for weeks.
Well, I don't...
Where you been? Seriously, no, where you been?
Oh, sorry.
The guy that knows everything, the guy that, oh, this is great and that's pish. Her name's Michin, not Mission. Where the fuck are you getting Mission for that? You doted fucking bastard. Where's Mission from that? It's Michin.
Could have been a different pronunciation of Mission. Like Michelin. Michelin is a similar spelling with a few L's in there.
Just you.
Just because you're a mark for current day wrestling doesn't mean I need to be, alright? Anyway.
Did you not review this shite last week?
Monday Night Raw?
Aye.
Of course I did.
So how the hell do you not know that it's Michin? It's literally been Michin for about 2 months.
See when someone relevant appears on the screen, I pay attention. Now that means I only pay attention for about 10 seconds every week, but I mean, come on. Michin, take it shitter. It's the same shit, isn't it? It's a bum, man. All these people they bring, just fucking release some trips.
Oh, if he released all the bums that have been named on the roster...
Well, why bring these people back? Why waste actual money? I've said it before and I'll say it again.
It's not coming out of his bank, is it?
You could literally get rid of 60% of the roster and it would not affect this company in the slightest. It would help save them money.
But then who's taking up the space? Who's filling the 60%?
The other people who they don't give time to.
See, there you go. You dug yourself
in. We got Cody Rhodes once tonight. He could have been throughout the show. Seth Rollins barely appeared. He could have been throughout the show. So
what you're saying is you want the other 40% then to get more screen time?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Instead of watered down shite like this.
Woo, okay.
I mean, Chelsea Green gets 3 segments tonight. We get Piper Niven getting 3 segments. Cody Rhodes gets 1. Cody Rhodes, the guy that's going to headline Mania.
Aye, well, he got a bigger segment, didn't he? He got a bigger piece of the pie.
Well, he could have got 3.
What would you rather, 3 smaller pieces of pie or 1 large fucking piece?
Why can't he have 3 big pieces of pie?
Well, actually, that's a good point. Why can't he?
Exactly, but I tell you what, right? No, it was cheap. WrestleMania 21 Braveheart segment between Triple H and Ric Flair, and they tried to pass it off and said they just brought it out a few days ago.
Did they though, or did they actually? Was there any?
Like I said though, if you weren't aware of this, you would have thought it.
Well, the fact that Triple H looked young and Ric Flair wasn't on a deathbed.
Yeah, but he looked like Mel Gibson, man.
Alright, but
Ric Flair looked rough. Ric Flair's looked rough since 2003. Ever since he joined Evolution, he's looked done.
He looked great when he was having that piss run in 2002 on his own. Like, he looked like he was a man.
He looked alright.
He didn't.
Yes, he did. He looked like WCW. I mean, he didn't look it in the ring, but he looked, in terms of an actual look. But again, talking about bums, Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, could they be released, yes or no?
Obviously not, because they're teaming up with MVP and they're going to reunite the Hurt Business, so...
Obviously not. Bobby Lashley does not need those 2 bums.
Who says this with Bobby Lashley?
You just said he's going to reunite
the
Hurt Business. Yes,
reunite the Hurt Business, but that, I mean...
What is the Hurt Business without Bobby Lashley?
It's a stable led by MVP.
It would be like taking everyone out of Evolution and keeping Mark Jindrak. Oh, but it's Evolution because Mark Jindrak's in it and he was in it for 6 weeks.
Bobby Lashley's one man.
Yeah, one man.
One mission. ECW champion. Well, not really. It would be more like taking Triple H out of Evolution and replacing them with Eugene or something. I don't fucking know.
Eugene, down. But anyway, right, Cedric and Shelton win, and what are Alpha Academy doing? Benjamin literally, he gets made fun of on Twitter by Maya Lim because...
Maya Sim. It's actually Michin, but whatever.
Alright. Are you going to start greeting about that again?
I'm not going to greet about it, but I wish you would actually get your factual information correct, then we could actually properly concentrate on reviewing this show. Rather than me
am I going to get JBL's name wrong? Am I going to get...
Well, hold on, it's 3 letters. Like, I mean, you'd be...
John Bradshaw Layfield. That's a few words.
Alright, it is, but you didn't need to say that.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley. You don't get them wrong.
Okay,
you know why? Because they're relevant. Michin. Right, anyway, right, Alpha Academy, they've no future, they're done. They're a comedy act and that's it.
She's Michin and Otis apparently has 2 chins. So...
That's it. Corey
Graves.
But
no, it's mad, right? Corey Graves made a remark that the super kick landed right on both of Otis's chins, and that's all good in the hood, right? Yeah, great, nice wee line. Otis is fat. The guy's got 2 chins.
I know what's his going.
I appreciate it, but let's say Michin hits a super kick on Piper Niven. Would the same comment be made about Michin's boot landed on both all 10 of Piper Niven's chins? Of course not. Because then he would be getting threatened to be taken off the air for being a misogynist and, abusing women and body shaming. It's a two-way system.
But see...
It does piss me off. It's like, I just don't get it. It's like people like Piper Niven, right, and Nia Jax, they'll use their size as like a gimmick. Oh, look, they're big, they're dominant. So it's like, they want to use their size to their advantage, but never take any negative aspects of their size. It's like...
Remember they did the Miss Piggy stuff? I mean, that's like, 13 years ago? And even that got abuse.
Well, Mickie James wasn't fucking fat, though, was she?
Yeah, I know, but
She was a bit thicker than the rest of them. Like,
you trying to tell me, though, in a promo these days, like, someone would call Nia Jax fat?
Would they be wrong?
No, they wouldn't be wrong, but would a woman... But if Beth Phoenix was on commentary, she would not mention Piper Niven's quadruple chins, would she?
No, but like back in the day, Rikishi had a big fat ass and we all knew it.
God damn right.
Big Daddy Fee, if he landed on you, you were dead.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
But it's like Piper Niven and Nia Jax, they use their size as part of their gimmick. Oh, look, they're dominant. Oh, who's going to throw Nia Jax over the top rope? Why are you saying that? Because she's a fat bitch, but you won't address that. You'll just make it as she's a mountain of a woman, she's 100% muscle, you know what I mean? Like, obviously not. It's lame. It's like if you're gonna mention that Otis has two chins, then Piper Niven has at least two chins as well.
More than two, man. More than two. COVID problems for Piper Niven. But there was Asuka problems for Chelsea Green as she got defeated by Asuka, and there was a few people at ringside. Just a
few people. All the participants in the Elimination Chamber at ringside, mate. You see a few people, so it was just some random. And originally, at first, that's what I thought.
I forgot about this segment, and I just realised
I thought
Belair came out.
I thought Raquel Rodriguez was Nikki Cross at first. Then I see Nikki Cross crawl out under the ring, and I thought, well.
Saying that, you missed the backstage segment. Dexter Lumis was backstage near a drawing, and Nikki Cross was in the drawing. She ran away. Thoughts? Even though you didn't see it.
Well, you better give your thoughts, because I didn't see it.
I don't know. I mean, are they making Nikki Cross Dexter Lumis' new girlfriend? Again, I've said this in a million NXT.
But she has been stalking Candice LeRae for like months, but I guess you didn't know that.
Yeah, but my point is, what are they doing with Indy Hartwell? Do you not think her on NXT is... If she's not going to win the title, which is abundantly clear, why has she not been called up?
For what?
I don't know.
Why has she not been called up? I don't know.
I meant I don't know why she's not won the title, not why she's not been called up. I'm saying, why not move her up? If you're not going to give her a title, move her up. I'd say she's an established name within NXT. Like Grayson Waller, he's not won the title, but he could be called up tomorrow. He's good.
Well, I don't agree with that whatsoever, like, but whatever.
Well, so Indy Hartwell's worse than Piper Niven, those sort of bums that are on the roster? Fucking no chance.
Piper Niven's got more experience.
Aye, what, fucking pie eating contest? Come on.
Well, I mean...
Anyway, Paul Heyman got very personal with Cody Rhodes.
No, I want to talk about the match. See, this is why your reviews are short. You don't mention fucking anything.
I don't want to talk
why
about Belair.
Right? Alright,
you talk about your favourite wrestler.
You didn't even mention the fact that Belair came out until right now.
No, I didn't. I mentioned I said it earlier.
Oh, what did you say then?
I said, oh fuck, you just reminded me that they were all standing there and Belair came out. I exactly said that, so don't talk shite. Are you talking about your favourite wrestler, Bianca Belair? 10 reasons why she rules. Remember you made that video? That was a great wee one. Come on, talk about her. You wanted to talk about her. Go on.
No, I'm done. Alright, move on.
You're done?
Yep.
Are you talking about Cody Rhodes then? In his wee burgundy suit?
Aye, Cody Rhodes comes out, Paul Heyman comes out, and they cut a promo. Bit dusty.
I mean, I like this. I actually enjoyed this, even though it was kind of like ECW. They had $100 in their bank account, and Paul Heyman actually paid them for once. You know, it was his first payment. Bully Ray saying this is the best stuff that Paul Heyman's ever been involved in a segment / storyline. Again, like, I know it was very real, right? But Heyman's done this script, shoot from the hip stuff a lot. I mean, this was just not the best, wasn't it not? Nowhere near. The stuff on McMahon in 2001 was way better. Because it was relevant. Like, I'm not saying this ain't relevant, but it's 23 years ago. Like, let's be real. If Heyman doesn't pay them, if he doesn't pay Dusty Rhodes back in 2000, like, could he...
I thought that's where it was going, and I thought that would have been a better promo if Cody was like, you know, you promised my dad, we were living through hard times, and you promised my dad that, you know, he would come and do a promo for you, appear on ECW, and you'd pay him well, and that check bounced. I thought that's where it was going, but it didn't go there. Cody just said, yeah, you said you'd pay him, and you kept your word, Paul, and I thank you for that, and that's kind of... It's like, well, where's the animosity? I mean, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, and then basically, Heyman goes on about, Dusty Rhodes is responsible for this crop of talent that's this generation today. What, is he? Dusty Rhodes died in 2015. NXT was running for, 3 years? You try to tell me Dusty Rhodes was top man in NXT? A guy who could barely move in his last couple of years?
Okay, well, around that period of time, it kind of was, like...
I know, but and then they're trying to get us to believe that you were his favourite son, but Roman Reigns was the son he always wanted. Now, this is mind games. He's just trying to get in the head of Cody Rhodes. But who's fucking buying this for 3 seconds, man?
Well, back then, Roman Reigns kind of sucked, so I refuse to believe that was the case.
Yeah, no, I refuse definitely to believe it. But then Cody Rhodes said, this is about a wrestling match, but you always have to make it personal. And then he says he's going to beat his boy at WrestleMania. What is Cody Rhodes' chances of beating Roman Reigns at
Well,
Mania?
Cody Rhodes is kind of the one that made it personal because he came out and said that his comeback was basically just to make his father's dream come true and win the belt.
And so, also the fact he's actually mentioned the whole fact with Heyman and the money at ECW, that's making it personal.
He says that his dad couldn't win the belt, so he's going to win it for him, essentially. So Cody's mission to becoming world champion is kind of personal, and it was Cody that made it personal, so I don't really understand what he's going for there, but...
I enjoyed it, but severely overrated. That's what happens in wrestling. Something alright happens, and people just mark out about it. You know, this is not Heyman's best work, not by a long shot. I know he's had a steel decade, but come on, man, is this how low we're going to set the bar for him? Anyway, Elias Montez Ford, Elimination Chamber qualifier. Elias, a few years ago, you'd have been like, this guy wins every day of the week here, but I'm actually glad Montez Ford beat him, and that is saying something, because I do not like either of these men. And again, is Montez Ford going to split up from the Street Profits? Is he a chance of winning this match, or is this bum nowhere near going to hold a single title going into Mania?
Obviously he's not going to hold a singles title, he's just in there to hit a couple of cool spots because he's a bit athletic.
He did that decent spot in this match where he did like the swanton over the turnbuckle.
Austin Theory's winning in the chamber, so it's relevant.
I know, yeah, he is. Again, though, I don't know, I just don't really... I mean, a United States Chamber match. What happened to the days of world titles being defended? Saliva playing? What happened to those days? New Year's Revolution?
It's just not worth it. You can get a title. You can get a United title shot any time you want on Raw. You can just basically turn up and you'll have a title match randomly assigned. So why would you have to go through hell and punish yourself entering the chamber to win a title that's, let's be honest, doesn't mean a lot? Like back in the day, you entered the Elimination Chamber. If you were in the chamber, you were a big deal. If you were in the chamber, it was to win the World Championship. That's why the chamber was always star-studded and full of main eventers. Now they've weakened it. They've just watered it down, diluted it, and it's like you're entering the chamber. You're willing to sacrifice everything for what the mid-card title. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, how many times have you put Raw on and, oh, look at that, he's defending the belt, random. This guy never even earned a shot, but he's just magically getting one. And now these 6 people have to go through an Elimination Chamber match to win the belt. Makes no sense. It
really doesn't. And I suggested this during Raw. I said, why not do Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley inside Elimination Chamber, and every couple of minutes when a pod opens, it's a new selection of weapons. Would that not have been good?
No.
Really?
No.
I've been better than this.
Just had a bloody weapons match between the two, but I get what you're saying.
No, but it would have been like a UFC sort of match.
I know, but then that would mean Brock would be guaranteed to go 20 minutes, and he just ain't got time for that, so...
Brock, come on. Brock's the man. But anyway, it's main event time, steel cage match. We were promised this at Raw 30, but guess what? You're getting it on the 6th of February anyway. Becky Lynch against Bayley. Bayley's going to host Ding Ding Hello, whatever it's called. Hello Ding Ding, what is it? Hello Dong.
Ding Dong Hello.
Ding Dong Hello on NXT. You watching that tonight?
Nope.
You watching this tonight?
Nope.
You just did watch it though.
Right.
Thoughts on this match?
Didn't think it needed to be in a steel cage. Very limited amount of steel cage spots. Like the whole point, it was pretty much like the only point this was in a steel cage was to just keep out the rest of damage control, which in my opinion is... and I get it's maybe the end of a feud or whatever, but nah, for me, if it's going to be in a steel cage, at least like use a steel cage. Didn't feel like the steel cage got used a lot. Plus the fact that you don't get blood anymore, I just don't. I mean, personally, if you can't have blood, I don't want to see weapons and shit like that. It's just unrealistic.
See, the question is, you're saying is at the end of the feud, the fact that, spoiler alert, Lita came back, are we going to get a 2-on-2 match considering Dakota Sky is in crutches?
No. I don't think so, no.
And again, horrible psychology here from Io Sky. Lita's music hits, she's halfway up the cage, and she just sits in the same position, facing the ring. Therefore,
well, I think you could argue she was climbing down, like.
She sat in the same position.
Right, okay.
Right? And it took Lita a while to get to the ring because, you know, she's a bit older, and then she just sat there, not even like looking in shock at Lita, just literally staring at the cage. I thought this just came across as awful. Twist of fate, and even then, the selling on this was horrendous. Lita hit the deck, and she's still floating in midair.
Right, fair enough. That's not what personally I thought she was climbing down like, but whatever, each to their own.
No, she was. Well, no, she was climbing up, and then when her music hit, she stopped halfway. That's what happened.
No, she was climbing down. She was already up. What would make what? So you said she climbed down just to climb back randomly back up.
When did I say that?
You said when her music was hit.
She was already halfway up.
You said she was climbing up.
Yeah, as in halfway up, and she stopped, and then she didn't move.
But she was already on top.
No, she was halfway up.
Oh
I never said she was on top.
You said she was climbing up when Lita's music hit.
Climbing up the cage, not climbing up at the top bit. She was halfway up climbing.
You said she was climbing up.
Yeah, as in the cage, climbing up it.
So
she wasn't at top. No,
so
no top.
So she was climbing up the way.
Yes.
Even though she was already on top.
She wasn't at top.
Fucking stupid dick. Was she not fighting Becky Lynch on top of the cage? Yes or no? Yes or no? Before Lita came out. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Was she? I don't know.
Yes, she was. So you tell it. Now maybe you're right, but are you telling me she was fighting Becky Lynch on top of the cage, then randomly decided just to climb down and then climb halfway back up when Lita's music hit? I think one of us paid attention, and I think one of us did. How's that relevant?
Because the regardless of why if she was at the top or not, why is she sitting there instead of meeting Lita halfway and hitting a punch on the ramp?
Because she was climbing back down.
No, but she sat halfway and just let Lita come and get her because it was awful.
Maybe her leg got stuck. I don't fucking know.
It was horrendous either way, man.
Who cares? Honestly,
Lita with like the slowest cage door push that hit Bailey.
That was shite. Like, I'll give you that. That was shite.
Oh, is that alright?
Well, no, but I mean, a lot.
And then another thing, even after this, you've got Dakota Sky on her crutches, and Lita's like celebrating right beside her. Like, I mean, like breathing. Dakota Sky.
Dakota Cat. You know what? So, guys, I apologise. Like, this guy doesn't have a fucking clue what he's talking about. It's Io Sky, Dakota Kai, Bailey, Becky Lynch, Lita. There you go. The 5 names. Bang. Piper Niven, Michin. Doudrop. 2 chins, 4 chins, 10 chins, £5,000. Boom. There you go. JBL, Brock Lesnar, John Bradshaw Layfield. I can say all the names correctly. I can get them all right. But for some reason...
You're actually proud that you know these bums' names?
I'm not proud.
So what, you're actually marking out here?
No, but I just don't get how you watch this every week and you don't know the name. It baffles me. Like,
I said Dakota Sky, right? It's not like I knew her name. I just fucking said it wrong.
No, but I've noticed you've said it wrong loads of times, but whatever.
Well, so what? What is that? Oh, does me saying their names wrong make the show shit?
No, the show was already shit.
I'm giving it a 1 out of 10.
I just don't... Anyway, the show finishes with Becky Lynch holding up Lita's arm, or Lita holding up Becky. It doesn't really matter. Like, both had... I don't understand why they're pretending to be like best friends. Last time we seen them, they had a match.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
What is this leading to? Is Lita having one final match at Mania? Is she going to turn heel on Becky? Becky's going to turn heel on her?
No, it's going to be Lita versus Bailey by the looks of things.
At Mania?
Yes.
That's horrendous. Who wants that? Imagine wasting Lita in a match against Bailey.
Well, who else is she going to face?
Becky Lynch?
Already faced her.
I don't know then.
And she's not going to be competing for a title.
Well, I'd happily have Lita take the belt off Belair.
I think that's going to happen.
I'd take it. Would you not take it? Right, I've gave it a 1 out of 10. What you giving it?
I'll give it a... It was alright. It wasn't really.
Fuck, it was
I'll give it a 3. 3 out of 10.
We 2 out of 10, but look at that. 39 minutes. That's what you like in your Raw review, isn't it?
Right.
Keep it on rolling, baby.